Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of First and 10 with Dan and Ken. Okay, this is not a football field painted blue. This is not Boise State. We're here. They just wrapped up the Orange Belt Conference Swimming Championships. Another banner day for the Harmony girls and the Celebration boys.
Yeah, Harmony girls have just been dominating this meet for, it seems like, forever. And
This is true.
Celebration took their third straight boys title.
Right.
So
In fact,
good for them.
normally I save this for football, but we're going to give the helmet sticker of the award, week of the award, to the Celebration boys and the Harmony girls for winning this thing today. But after this, we're now going to shift over to football. We've only got 4 games tonight because we're a lucky week. We've got 6 teams where we've got county teams. We got 3 games where they're playing each other, so we got 3 games in the county. I guess where we'll start is with Gateway going over to St. Cloud, 7:30.
Yeah, Ken, I kind of call this game the Battle of the Buddies. Head coach Brian Smart from St. Cloud and head coach Marlon Roberts from Gateway, extremely close friends. They have been for years. And it's one of these games where they love to play it, but they hate to play it because one of them has to win, one of them has to lose.
And the kids all know each other from youth ball around here, from hanging out. I mean, these schools are, 6 miles apart. It's a great game, and I know it's been a great rivalry of late, too.
It has been. And one of the things that's really interesting, though, is none of the games are actually particularly close the last 10 years. A lot of them have been decided by 20 or more points, but what is interesting is Gateway's won 5 and St. Cloud's won 5 of the last 10.
So it's been a competitive series. We don't have a whole lot of those in the county, so that's great. We're going to see that tonight. Another one headed down south, and I guess that's the west a little bit. Harmony is going to take a pretty long drive to stay in the county. They're looking for their 3rd in a row against Liberty, who's also looking for their 3rd in a row.
Yeah, it's one of these games, so I just feel like if Harmony does what they're capable of doing, it may be a long night for Liberty, but by the same token, Liberty did have a great performance last week. From Scott, he ran for 232 yards, 4 touchdowns. The quarterback, who's only a sophomore, Jean-Louis Pierre, is coming along as a player too. He ran for 80 yards and threw for 2 touchdowns.
We've been saying, Liberty, you know that school's going to have athletes. It's just how many of them to establish some depth to where they're still competitive in the 4th quarter. So.
Yeah, exactly, and that's one of the things I think will hurt him in the long run. Harmony is they're basically the same record, or actually they're 1 win better than 4-2. But the big advantage they have is they can control the ball, they can grind on you, and they keep their defense off the field for quite a few minutes each game. So I think it's going to be a tough chore for Liberty, but who knows? They got them at home.
Gotcha. Tohofa Caliga looking to win 2 in a row for the first time this year. They took down Cypress Creek last week 14-7, and they are going to welcome Celebration, who's looking for their 5th win of the year, which that's something for Celebration.
It really is, and this is a program that's only had 1 winning record since they opened.
Which was 2003.
And really a lot of their other seasons where they didn't have winning records, it was 1, 2, or 3 wins. So I think Richard Pringle has those guys on the right thing. The only downside of this, they are in an extremely difficult region where they're a district where they have Osceola, Dr. Phillips, and Olympia, West Orange. So right there, you kind of look at
that's
saying,
all,
there's 4 losses, but if they win the games or not, it's going to be a successful season for them.
Exactly, and that was what Pringle was saying in the preseason is win what we think we're capable of and make the other ones contest, be competitive, get some people's attention.
Exactly, and I think they're more capable of doing it. And by the way, if you want to see one of the best running backs in the county, go to a Celebration game and look at O'Neal Sinatus. He had an off night last week where he only got 127 against only 127 against a pretty good Olympia defense. So here's a kid that's just under 1,000 yards for the season.
He needs 63 against Toho to hit 1,000 in Game 6.
Exactly. So terrific player.
Gotcha. And then the other game, Point Siena, the only team not playing an in-county opponent, they're going to hit the road. They're going to play Davenport now. The Eagles are looking for their first win. Davenport's the team that Liberty played last week and blew out. So we got to feel like they got a shot to pick up that first win this week.
You feel that way, but I think if you looked at their schedule, I think Randy Bacon will tell you there were 1 or 2 other games in there that he thought that he was going to win. And he expressed a little bit of, I don't want to say dismay or anything, but he just kind of feels like his team isn't performing like they're capable of performing. And he says, we have to change that attitude.
Right, I know. In the preseason, he said, I like this team. We've got enough speed. We've got enough athleticism to contend. I don't think he saw them being winless at this point. I know they'd have a couple wins by this point. and would had a shot at a winning season this year. And I mean, it's been a perfect storm. 2021 it picked up the same script as 2020. It seems like in some places.
Yeah, they've been having trouble with the COVID tracing. They've had trouble with injuries. They've had trouble with, frankly, some kids that just had some things going on where they couldn't make games, and it's really been kind of a downward spiral since the beginning of the year for him. But he feels they can turn it around, and they do have some players that can turn it around.
You got it. So there you have it. There's our 4 games this week. Like I said, we've got 3 in-county games. So you don't have far to go to a game. You don't have far to go see your team play. So we're going to head on out of here. If Dan had any heart, he would throw me in the swimming pool right now. But I think we're going to get out of here. So we will catch you out at one of the games. So look for us. And again, this is Ken Jackson and Dan Pearson with First and 10 with Dan and Ken. Thanks for joining us. And we will catch you out on the sidelines.